In 2002, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration (OSHA) and the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers (IBU) reached an agreement recognizing the National Fire Protection Association (NFPA 70E) standard as an acceptable method for meeting OSHA electrical safety regulations. Columbus, Ohio, as a participating jurisdiction, committed to implementing the NFPA 70E standards. A study conducted by the Ohio Bureau of Workers' Compensation analyzed the impact of NFPA 70E implementation in several Ohio counties, including Columbus, from 2002 to 2009. The study revealed a significant reduction in electrical injuries. The rate of electrical-related lost time claims in Columbus declined by 69% between 2002 and 2009. The severity of injuries also decreased as the average number of days lost per claim also decreased, indicating a reduction in the severity of electrical injuries. Improved compliance with NFPA 70E standards also improved significantly over the study period. The implementation of NFPA 70E standards in Columbus, Ohio, led to several benefits. Firstly, the establishment of clear and comprehensive safety regulations fostered a strong safety culture in the electrical industry. Secondly, compliance with NFPA 70E requirements helped mitigate the risk of electrical hazards and accidents. Thirdly, the reduction in electrical injuries led to lower workers' compensation costs for employers. Finally, improved safety led to fewer interruptions due to electrical-related incidents, resulting in increased productivity. The agreement in 2002 with OSHA to follow the NFPA 70E standards has significantly contributed to the safety of electrical workers in Columbus, Ohio. The implementation of these standards has reduced electrical injuries, improved compliance, and fostered a positive safety culture. As a result, Columbus has realized its goal of enhancing electrical safety in the workplace. NFPA 70E provides guidance on protecting workers from electrical hazards. The standard addresses electrical safety requirements for employees working on or near energized electrical equipment. NFPA 70E helps employers and employees identify, assess, and control electrical hazards. It covers topics such as arc flash, shock protection, and electrical safety-related work practices. The standard is updated regularly to reflect changes in technology and best practices. Implementing NFPA 70E involves several steps. Firstly, conduct a hazard assessment to identify potential electrical hazards in the workplace. Secondly, develop and implement a written electrical safety program. Thirdly, provide training to employees on electrical safety procedures. Fourthly, select and use appropriate personal protective equipment (PPE). Fifthly, establish safe work practices for working on or near energized equipment. Arc flash is a dangerous electrical explosion that can cause severe burns, injuries, and even death. NFPA 70E provides guidance on arc flash hazard assessment and protection. The standard requires employers to perform an arc flash hazard analysis to determine the potential exposure to arc flash hazards. The analysis should identify the arc flash boundary, the incident energy, and the required personal protective equipment (PPE). The arc flash boundary is the distance from energized equipment within which a person could receive a second-degree burn if an arc flash occurred. Incident energy is the amount of energy that a worker could be exposed to during an arc flash event. Personal protective equipment (PPE) for arc flash protection includes flame-resistant clothing, face shields, safety glasses, and gloves. Electrical shock is another significant electrical hazard. NFPA 70E provides guidance on shock protection. The standard requires employers to implement measures to protect employees from electrical shock hazards. These measures include energizing equipment before working on it, using lockout/tagout procedures, and providing insulated tools and equipment. Lockout/tagout procedures are used to ensure that equipment is de-energized and cannot be accidentally energized while it is being worked on. Insulated tools and equipment are designed to protect workers from electrical shock. NFPA 70E also covers electrical safety-related work practices. These practices include using safe work procedures, maintaining a safe work environment, and ensuring that employees are properly trained. Safe work procedures include using proper lifting techniques, avoiding contact with energized equipment, and wearing appropriate personal protective equipment (PPE). Maintaining a safe work environment includes keeping work areas clean and free of hazards, providing adequate lighting, and ensuring proper ventilation. Employee training is essential for electrical safety. NFPA 70E requires employers to provide training to employees on electrical safety procedures. The training should cover topics such as hazard identification, risk assessment, and safe work practices. Employees should also be trained on the proper use of personal protective equipment (PPE). NFPA 70E is a valuable resource for employers and employees who work with or near electricity. By implementing the standard, employees can create a safer work environment and reduce the risk of electrical injuries. The NFPA 70E standard is not just a set of rules, it's a framework for creating a culture of safety around electricity. It emphasizes the importance of hazard assessment, risk mitigation, and continuous training. The goal is to prevent accidents before they happen and to minimize the impact of any incidents that do occur. Hazard assessment is the first step in implementing NFPA 70E. This involves identifying potential electrical hazards in the workplace, such as exposed energized conductors, damaged equipment, and improper grounding. The assessment should also consider the potential for arc flash and electrical shock. Risk mitigation involves implementing measures to reduce the risk of electrical hazards. This may include energizing equipment before working on it, using lockout/tagout procedures, and providing insulated tools and equipment. It also includes selecting and using appropriate personal protective equipment (PPE), such as flame-resistant clothing, face shields, and gloves. Continuous training is essential for maintaining safe electrical work environment. Employees should be trained on electrical safety procedures, hazard identification, risk assessment, and the proper use of personal protective equipment (PPE). Training should be provided regularly and updated as needed to reflect changes in technology and best practices. In addition to these core elements, NFPA 70E also addresses specific electrical safety requirements for different types of equipment and work environments. This includes requirements for working on or near overhead power lines, working in confined spaces, and working with specific types of electrical equipment, such as transformers and switchgear. The standard also provides guidance on electrical safety auditing and program evaluation. This helps employers to ensure that their electrical safety programs are effective and that they are meeting the requirements of NFPA 70E. Implementing NFPA 70E can be a complex process, but it is essential for protecting workers from electrical hazards. By following the guidance in the standard, employers can create a safer work environment and reduce the risk of electrical injuries. The economic benefits of implementing NFPA 70E can also be significant. By reducing the number of electrical injuries, employers can lower workers' compensation costs, reduce lost productivity, and avoid costly fines and penalties. In addition, a strong electrical safety program can improve employee morale and reduce employee turnover. Overall, implementing NFPA 70E is a smart investment for any employer who wants to protect their workers and improve their bottom line. It's a commitment to safety that can pay dividends in many ways. The standard provides a comprehensive framework for managing electrical hazards, and it is essential for creating a safe and productive work environment. Understanding the key concepts within NFPA 70E is crucial for effective implementation. Concepts like arc flash boundaries, incident energy, and hazard risk categories are foundational to assessing and mitigating risks. The arc flash boundary is the calculated distance from exposed energized parts within which a person could receive a second-degree burn if an arc flash were to occur. It's not a fixed distance, but varies based on the available fault current and clearing time of the overcurrent protective device. Incident energy is the amount of thermal energy impressed upon a surface, a worker, the specific distance from the arc flash. It's typically expressed in calories per square centimeter, cal/cn squared, and is used to determine the required level of personal protective equipment (PPE). Hazard risk categories (HRCs) are used to classify the level of hazard associated with a particular task. Each HRC corresponds to a minimum level of personal protective equipment (PPE) that must be worn. The categories range from 0 to 4, with higher numbers indicating a greater risk of arc flash or electrical shock. Selecting the appropriate personal protective equipment (PPE) is critical for protecting workers from electrical hazards. The PPE must be rated for the level of hazard to which the worker is exposed. For arc flash protection, flame-resistant (FR) clothing is essential. The FR clothing must be rated for the incident energy level determined by the arc flash hazard analysis. Other PPE for arc flash protection includes face shields, safety glasses, and gloves. For electrical shock protection, insulated tools and equipment are essential. The tools and equipment must be rated for the voltage to which the worker is exposed. Gloves and sleeves made of insulating rubber are also used to protect workers from electrical shock. NFPA 70E emphasizes the importance of establishing an electrically safe work condition. This means de-energizing equipment before working on it whenever possible. When de-energizing equipment is not possible, safe work practices must be followed to minimize the risk of electrical hazards. These practices include using insulated tools and equipment, maintaining a safe distance from energized parts, and wearing appropriate personal protective equipment (PPE). Lockout/tagout procedures are used to ensure that equipment is de-energized and cannot be accidentally energized while it is being worked on. A lockout/tagout procedure involves placing a lock and tag on the energy isolating device to prevent it from being operated. The lock and tag must be removed by the worker who placed them, ensuring that the equipment is not energized until the work is completed. NFPA 70E requires employers to develop and implement a written electrical safety program. The program must include procedures for hazard assessment, risk mitigation, training, and auditing. The program must also be reviewed and updated regularly to ensure that it remains effective. The electrical safety program should be tailored to the specific needs of the workplace. It should address the electrical hazards that are present in the workplace and the measures that are being taken to mitigate those hazards. The program should also include procedures for responding to electrical emergencies, such as arc flash and electrical shock. Training is a critical component of an effective electrical safety program. Employees must be trained on the electrical hazards that they may be exposed to and the procedures that they must follow to protect themselves. The training must be provided regularly and updated as needed to reflect changes in technology and best practices. The training should cover topics such as hazard identification, risk assessment, safe work practices, and the proper use of personal protective equipment (PPE). NFPA 70E is not a static document. It is updated regularly to reflect changes in technology and best practices. It is important to stay up to date in the latest version of NFPA 70E to ensure that your electrical safety program is effective. The NFPA also offers a variety of resources to help employers implement NFPA 70E, including training courses, publications, and software tools. Implementing NFPA 70E is an ongoing process. It requires a commitment from management and employees to create a culture of safety around electricity. By following the guidance in NFPA 70E, employers can create a safer work environment and reduce the risk of electrical injuries. NFPA 70E is designed to work in conjunction with other safety standards and regulations, such as OSHA's electrical safety standards. It's not intended to replace these standards, but rather to provide more detailed guidance on how to comply with them. For example, OSHA's Subpart S 29 Code of Federal Regulations (CFR) 1910.301 through 1910.399 covers electrical safety requirements for general industry. NFPA 70E provides specific details on how to meet these requirements, such as how to perform an arc flash hazard analysis and how to select appropriate personal protective equipment (PPE). Similarly, OSHA's Construction and Electrical Standards 29 Code of Federal Regulations (CFR) 1926 Subpart K address electrical safety in the construction industry. NFPA 70E can be used to supplement these standards and provide more specific guidance on how to protect construction workers from electrical hazards. The NFPA 70E standard is also closely related to the National Electrical Code, NEC, which is also known as NFPA 70. The NEC provides requirements for the safe installation of electrical wiring and equipment. NFPA 70E addresses electrical safety requirements for workers who are working on or near that equipment. While the NEC focuses on safe installation, NFPA 70E focuses on safe work practices. The two standards are designed to work together to ensure that electrical systems are both safely installed and safely maintained. To ensure effective implementation of NFPA 70E, it's crucial to involve employees in the process. Employees are the ones who are most directly exposed to electrical hazards, so their input is essential for developing a successful electrical safety program. Involving employees in the hazard assessment process can help to identify potential hazards that might otherwise be overlooked. Employees can also provide valuable feedback on the effectiveness of existing safety procedures. Regular safety meetings and training sessions can provide a forum for employees to share their concerns and suggestions. Employee participation can also help to create a stronger safety culture within the organization. When employees feel that their safety is valued, they are more likely to follow safety procedures and to report potential hazards. NFPA 70E also emphasizes the importance of regular auditing and program evaluation. Audits should be conducted to ensure that the electrical safety program is being implemented effectively and that it is meeting the requirements of NFPA 70E. Program evaluation should be conducted to assess the overall effectiveness of the electrical safety program and to identify areas for improvement. The results of audits and program evaluations should be used to make adjustments to the electrical safety program as needed. This helps to ensure that the program remains effective and that it is continuously improving. Staying informed about changes to NFPA 70E and other relevant safety standards is essential for maintaining a safe electrical work environment. The NFPA offers a variety of resources to help employers stay up to date on the latest changes, including online training courses, publications, and technical assistance. Subscribing to industry newsletters and attending safety conferences can also help to stay informed about the latest developments in electrical safety. Remember that implementing NFPA 70E is not just about complying with regulations. It's about protecting workers from electrical hazards and creating a safer work environment for everyone. It requires a commitment from management and employees to work together to identify hazards, mitigate risks, and continuously improve the electrical safety program. By following the guidance on NFPA 70E and working together, employers and employees can create a safer and more productive workplace. The NFPA 70E standard is not a one-size-fits-all solution. It must be tailored to the specific needs of each workplace. This requires a thorough understanding of the electrical hazards that are present in the workplace and the measures that are being taken to mitigate those hazards. The electrical safety program should be documented in writing and should be readily available to all employees. The program should be reviewed and updated regularly to ensure that it remains effective. The success of any NFPA 70E implementation hinges on a strong commitment from leadership. Management must demonstrate a clear and unwavering dedication to electrical safety, providing the necessary resources and support for the program. This includes allocating budget for training, personal protective equipment, PPE, and necessary equipment upgrades. It also means actively participating in safety meetings, promoting a culture of safety, and holding employees accountable for following safety procedures. When leadership prioritizes electrical safety, it sends a powerful message to employees that their well-being is valued. This fosters a positive safety culture and encourages employees to take ownership of their own safety and the safety of their colleagues. Without strong leadership support, even the most well-designed NFPA 70E program is likely to fail. Employees may not feel empowered to speak up about safety concerns, and they may be less likely to follow safety procedures if they perceive that management does not take them seriously. In addition to leadership commitment, effective communication is essential for successful NFPA 70E implementation. Employees must be informed about the electrical hazards that they may be exposed to and the measures that are being taken to mitigate those hazards. Communication should be clear, concise, and easy to understand. It should be tailored to the specific needs of the workforce, taking into account factors such as language barriers and literacy levels. Regular safety meetings, training sessions, and toolbox talks can be used to communicate important safety information. Signage and labeling should be used to identify electrical hazards and to provide instructions on how to work safely around them. Open communication channels should be established to encourage employees to report safety concerns and to ask questions about electrical safety procedures. By fostering a culture of open communication, employers can create a more informed and engaged workforce which is better equipped to prevent electrical accidents.